Yeah.
And so what I will tell you, just think about this. When you are having the release of dopamine and like endorphins and all of those oxytocin, feel good hormones, reward hormones, right? The data shows, I was actually reading some studies some time ago. I'm just remembering what I read. They were doing brain scans, and the parts of the brain in the frontal lobe that lit up when people were doing cocaine,
Oh.
you could Google this, is the same part of the brain that lights up when people were exposed to long periods of time. I think it was TikTok. TikTok, you scroll, right? I'm old. I don't use TikTok. I do Instagram, but not TikTok. And just, this is not just your grandparent telling you put the phone away. This is an actual chemical response. This is an actual something happening in your brain. Like, this is not just like, oh, the cell phones are. No, you are actually having a neurological response to this constant flow of dopamine. And what happens, have you ever gone somewhere and forgotten your phone? How do you feel when you don't have your phone?
For the most part, most cases, if I know where it is, I'm okay.
What if you don't know where it is for 7 hours?
Then I get nervous, right? Because for me, it's not necessarily like having it. It's more like, where the fuck is it? That's like $700 right there. But I will tell you, my watch.
Your watch?
When I don't have my watch, everything feels wrong. When I'm not wearing my watch, I feel butt ass naked. Like, I literally turned. I got out my car. I went down the street. I was like, oh shit.
You just turn back and you're like,
Yeah. I was like, no. And that, like, a phone, I kind of need that. If somebody calls, it's important, whatever. My watch, this is not important, but it's
It's a safety.
It's a safety, right?
It's a safety.
I feel anxious.
It's how
with that.
you via the watch, like, it's a watch, but basically the watch is a conduit for your perceived notion of having control, which you don't. I'm just saying. But it is. That's what it is. And talking about self-soothing, this is how you. Okay, I'm good. I have it, because you get that like a little bit of like the dope, because you feel like, okay, I got it. Like, I have access to it. I'm safe. I'm okay. Life is good again. So going back to like your tips and tricks, I would say, one, like, let's be realistic. We're not going to get rid of technology. I think I would go, if we're talking about addiction, harm reduction. You used to have hard liquor, have a beer. Maybe start testing yourself. You said about TV. Maybe try finding a series that you like on Netflix.
That's exactly what I've been doing.
And put your phone away for one episode.
Yeah.
Test the waters, because we have to be realistic. Like, we can't put the genie back in the bottle, right?
If Snowfall is on, put the phone down. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, I've been watching that show. Exquisite.
So there you go. Find something that piques your interest and challenge yourself. Sort of see, first of all, we all laugh about it, but identify it. How do you react? How do you feel? And this is a rhetorical question to most people. So test it out. I would say, first of all, check in with yourself. See how attached you are to this device or TikTok or whatever. Insert, addiction to technology or instant gratification here. And then try to remove yourself a little bit from that and see how you react. And then step 2 would be find ways where you, say if you go for a walk or if you want to go hiking. I know we like to have the headphones on, but try leaving the phone in your car.
Yeah.
And see how that's gonna. Remember iPods? Mm-hmm. The little one.
I used to have a little clip-on joint.
You remember the oh my God, yeah. So sorry, I'm old, but I went back to that. So I would say, 1, check in with yourself, see how attached you are to these things that are giving you the instant gratification. I think step 2 would be sort of doing a little bit of harm reduction, because again, we're not gonna get rid of our iPhones to get a flip phone. That's just not realistic, because there's a lot of convenience, right, in these devices. And then step 3, I would maybe think about what would you do if you weren't scrolling? Like, you know how phones have something that you can check the time you spent?
Yeah.
You can go by app and you can check.
Yep. You spend 10 hours a day on the phone.
And then out of those 10 hours, imagine if you go on your phone and you're like, oh, so a week you were spending about 37 hours on TikTok. That's over 24 hours in a week that you spend on TikTok.
It
sounds messed up, but there's people that are doing even more than that. And I'm good. I love Pinterest is my thing, because I'm a millennial. I love Pinterest, right? I like YouTube. I don't have the other social media, as you know, that I don't like. But yeah, Pinterest is my thing. Sometimes I'm there looking at things that I shouldn't be looking at 1 in the morning. And then I wonder when I'm tired the next day, but I'm like, I have to look at this. I have to look at this. So again, I think it's just being realistic, you know, being aware of where you fall and finding ways to reduce it in a way that's sustainable, in a way that you can manage, and maybe then utilize that time to develop your skills while doing something that doesn't give you instant gratification, like watching 1 or 2 episodes at a time.
Yeah, no, that's it's good to know. I've actually been putting in work on some of these things.
Good.
And maybe it's things I picked up through therapy, but like trying to make life better, bro, because everything's just better when you're present.
Yes.
And took a walk through the park the other day, took my headphones off. I was like, man, nature's pretty.
Do you know some people tell me they can't work out without their headphones?
I kind of get it.
But why?
I think part of it,
Think about it.
if you're trying to pay for Daniel to go back to school, like and subscribe.
Help the youth.
Yes, I'm the youth.
Only you can hear my side. Oh my, Lord, can you help me find the light? 'Cause I fell into the dark. Only you can hear my side.
I blinked 4 times and 4 years done passed by. It only felt like 4 damn minutes done passed by. I done seen how quick life can pass by. You done live, you done love, then cried like mad times. Like oh my, then had a whole crowd say oh my, but that was mad times. That was